Hello. Welcome back to EFT with Lucy. My name is Lucy, and I'm so happy you're here today. Today, we're going to be talking about how to build confidence and belief in yourself. And I think this is a really important topic. I really think it's life-changing because it super sucks and feels painful when you don't believe in yourself and you don't have confidence. But the things that can happen when you start to build confidence within yourself in a certain area is life-changing. It's so incredible, and it feels so amazing on the internal journey side of things. So today I'm going to teach you a hack that I think is really powerful because it makes it super easy and accessible to start on the path of starting to believe in yourself and starting to see how things can be possible that you desire. When a lot of times, if there's something that you feel like you lack confidence in, or you don't believe in yourself, or you don't believe that it can happen, whether it's some sort of career thing or a relationship or any other aspect of your life, it's easy to get really invested in the emotions of, oh, why isn't it happening? It's easy to start losing confidence in yourself, when in reality, this little simple shift is going to help you remove all the emotions so that you can actually just start taking the action. Because spoiler alert, confidence is really just trusting that you can handle what's coming at you and that you accept yourself no matter what. So even if you mess up, you still love and accept yourself and you believe in yourself. Even if you don't know how to, handle what is thrown at you, you still trust that you can figure it out. That's really the basis of confidence. And confidence is a muscle that we build. It's not some sort of characteristic that we're either born with or not. So I want you to get this thought out of your head that you are just not confident. I really don't think that's true. In fact, I bet that if you really think about it, there's an area of your life that you do feel confident in. And maybe it's not the one that you're really focused on right now, but I bet there's an area in your life that you do feel confident. And that's, again, something that you can only really build by putting yourself out there and showing up for yourself time and time again. It's really building trust with yourself. And it's funny because we can really do that in the tiniest way. Like, even if you feel like your confidence levels are on the floor, just doing something as simple as saying you're going to make your bed at the beginning of the day and then doing that can really help to build confidence in yourself, because you set a little challenge for yourself and you see yourself meet it time and time again. So maybe it's going for a walk, or maybe it's putting your phone down at a certain time. Whatever the tiny little things that you say you're gonna do and then follow through on are the things that help you build confidence. Now, the other area of confidence is knowing that you're gonna have your back, even if you flop, even if you fail. So that's the beauty of tapping. And the reason that I really think it's so important is to tell yourself, you know what, even if I go try a new hobby and I feel like I'm terrible, I trust that I can handle that situation, because I know that I'm still gonna love and accept myself at the end of the day. So when it comes to confidence, I want you to think about two things. Number one, building trust with yourself. And it really can happen so simply as drinking water every single day, if that's a stretch goal for you. The other area of confidence is affirming to yourself that you can trust yourself and you will love and accept yourself at the end of the day, even if things don't work out. Because when you have a level of compassion for yourself, you actually are going to take more risks. And when you take more risks, you're going to build more trust with yourself. And when you build more trust with yourself, you're going to have more confidence in every arena of your life. So the life hack I want to give you is making the unfamiliar familiar. And what do I mean by that? I see time and time again in myself and the people and clients that I've coached and just the people that I love in my life, as we sometimes approach a goal and a transformation that takes time, that takes persistence, that takes us growing. And when we start to get frustrated and feel like it's not happening, it's really easy to feel like we sink into these old behaviors and old stories that are like, oh, well, I'm just not smart enough. I'm just not disciplined enough, or it's never going to happen for me. Like, maybe it's meant for other people, but it's not meant for me. We can really start to identify with the anguish of this goal instead of really believing in ourselves. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's a very natural part of maybe progression, but the key is being able to pull yourself out of it. And what I really would want to tell anybody in that moment, myself included, no matter what goal that you're pursuing, is that it's not because of any of these stories that you're telling yourself. It's literally just because change feels threatening and scary to our brains. And so that's why we can self-sabotage or continue habits and behaviors that don't necessarily feel good for us, but they feel comfortable. So our brain thinks, why would I change from this known pattern, even if it's not constructive to my life, it's not adding to my life? but this new unfamiliar thing feels scary. So I'm not going to do it. It's not because you're not smart enough. It's not because you're not disciplined enough. It's not because any of these stories that you might tell yourself. It's literally just because humans are wired to resist change on some level, right? Even if you want it so badly and it's really good change, our brains still label it as scary, threatening, dangerous. So it's going to take a lot to help you overcome any of those fears and kind of to work with our bodies and the way that our brains are wired so that we can actually pursue the goal. And this is why this hack is so helpful, because we kind of undercut and tune out any of the old stories and beliefs that you might have about how hard it needs to be and how difficult it needs to be and how you're not cut out for it or whatever. And we literally just focus on what it is that you want to make familiar in your life. So if it's something health related, are you moving your body differently? Are your clothes feeling different? Are you talking to yourself differently about your health and well-being? Or is it like a relationship? Are you calling in a romantic relationship? Are you calling in more community? Are you working on your career or financial situation? What you simply want to figure out is what is familiar for you right now that you want to make unfamiliar, right? So if you feel like really deep in debt right now, or you feel like your finances feel difficult or whatever, then we have a pretty good idea of what you want to make unfamiliar, and we can start to picture what you want to make familiar, right? So it will take a little bit of delulu thinking at this moment, because the beauty of our brains, as much as it can be frustrating that change is labeled as scary and threatening, on the flip side of that, our brains don't really know if we're thinking about a past event that was really scary. We can start to still feel the body feelings, the somatic feelings of that emotion. Similarly to the future, we can start to make this feeling and these pictures really familiar to us. So when change starts to happen in our real life, it doesn't feel as threatening to our brains and we have less resistance. Beautiful, right? So as we go into this video, I imagine that you have an idea of where you want to apply self-confidence and belief, whether it's like working towards a specific goal or transformation in your life, whether it's something external, like changing your finances, your career, relationships, engaging in the community in different ways, or whether it's something internal. So whether it's some sort of internal journey that you are going through, like you want to feel more calm and peaceful throughout the day, you want to feel more focused throughout the day, you want to feel more energetic, you want to feel more focused, you want to feel like you have a kinder, more compassionate self-talk, or again, you feel like you're more resilient internally throughout the day. So whatever the transformation is that you are looking for, I really want you to think about a specific area that you want to apply this feeling of believing in yourself, this feeling of having confidence in yourself, because I think that even when we feel like we don't have confidence, you're probably confident in one area of your life, because I think it's kind of the nature of strengths to kind of discount the things that come easy and natural to us. So I'm sure there's a place you feel confident, and now this area of confidence you can start to build in this maybe new and unfamiliar way. All right, so as we get into this tapping, again, I want you to think about what is the familiar that you want to change right now. And on the flip side, picturing the unfamiliar. So whatever it is that you really want to think about, whatever your goal is right now. Again, is it going to the gym a certain times a day? Is it falling in love? Is it something with your career, finances, your home environment? Again, whatever it is, thinking about what is familiar that you really want to be experiencing. So if you need to pause this video to get really clear on that, great. But I'm going to be asking you, what is the specific thing? Like, what are you going to be viewing and experiencing with your five senses? So is it logging into your bank account, seeing different numbers, etc.? So as we go into it, that's what we're going to be calling in. And I want you to also just get really clear right now on how do you feel about not feeling confident? So are you feeling down? Are you feeling frustrated? Are you feeling like, oh, of course, because I'm not meant to be confident, or whatever it is? All emotions are welcome here. And we're going to tap them out and clear them. So let's do it. All right, so taking a deep breath in. Deep breath out. I want to feel confident. I want to believe in myself. I want to feel like I'm just striding through life with confidence, ease, pizzazz. But wow, I do not feel that way now. I see myself feeling small. I see myself shrinking. I see myself not putting myself out there, not taking the action that I really want, because I just don't think it's going to happen. I'm afraid of what people are going to think. And I have this belief that I've never shined anyway. This thing hasn't worked out for me anyway. So why try now? Even though it's frustrating and sad and painful to not believe in myself, I'm accepting that this is where I am right now. I'm acknowledging that I can accept and love myself even though I don't feel confident. Even if it feels difficult, I can love and accept myself. Even if I don't feel confident. Even though I don't believe in myself. Even though I have these big goals and dreams, there's still a part of me that doesn't believe that they'll happen. And I'm loving and accepting myself even though I believe that. Because I can love and accept myself exactly as I am right now. And the truth is, I'll probably feel scared and nervous sometime in the future, even if I have what it is that I want. And I can love and accept myself then too, when the time comes. But right now, I'm committed to turning down the volume on any of these reasons I'm telling myself I'm not where I want to be yet. I'm turning down the volume on all these insecurities that I have. Turning down the volume on all of this resistance that I have. To simply trusting myself, putting myself out there, and being my own #1 fan. So I'm choosing to wholly and completely love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though I don't feel confident. Even though I've been holding myself back. Even though I've been staying in this realm that is comfortable and familiar, but is not where I want to stay. I'm ready to make changes. I'm ready to see myself in a different light. And I'm ready to make the unfamiliar familiar to me. Because I deserve to feel good and confident. Great job. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Take a sip of water and then we can get into the full round of tapping. I really want to feel confident. And I really want to believe in myself. But it is impossible. It's impossible to believe in myself. Maybe I have felt glimmers of it in the past, but it feels totally out of reach for me. And it feels painful to not believe in myself. It's so weird to know I'm capable of reaching a goal logically, or having this dream of what if one day, and then living in this current moment where I'm also not believing in myself, talking myself out of things, and feeling like it'll never happen for me. I have all these stories about why that's happening. I have all these stories about what that means about me. It's because I'm just not meant for success. I'm actually just lazy. I'm not smart enough. It was never meant for me. I'm not pretty enough, or whatever it is that I tell myself. Or maybe things that someone else has told me along the way. Whatever it is, I'm choosing to say, I see you. I see you, limiting beliefs. I see you, false stories. Maybe you're the reason why this feels so painful. Because I'm believing all these false stories about myself. So of course it would be difficult to change. If I feel like I can't trust myself. Because I've simply been avoiding finding out if these things are true about me. Of course, I'm not going to set a big goal if I'm worried I'm going to fail. And it means these things I've been worrying about. Like it just confirms these fears about myself. But then this means I'm not building trust with myself. I'm not taking risks or doing scary things. So I'm teaching myself that I'm not capable of change. And slowly eroding the trust and confidence in myself. Ooh, that's a lot. But maybe it's illuminating. Because it just means I've been avoiding all these fears. Because I'm human and that's a normal thing to do. It doesn't mean all those things are true about me. So I'm going to just pretend like I don't believe in those things for this moment. I'm just going to pretend that maybe I am good enough to dream the dream that I have. I am worthy in all the things. I'm going to allow myself to be a little delusional in the best way. And imagine what it is that I want. I'm not going to entertain. I'm not going to debate whether it's possible for me or not, whether I'm confident enough or not. I'm simply going to picture what it is that I want. So I'm picturing a day in the life of the version of me that has this thing, that is simply experiencing this thing. I'm gonna wake up like I did today, imagining myself in the same bed, but I'm going to look at my phone and see a text from somebody, maybe congratulating me for this thing. Like it's just another normal day. I have gratitude for it. Maybe it's a text from this person I'm calling in, or this job I'm calling in. Or it's my workout buddy that's saying, hey, day 2 out of 5 this week, working out or whatever. I'm picturing myself putting on the clothes that I have, thinking, oh my gosh, I feel so good about myself. My body feels so good in this moment. I'm feeling grateful for all of the people in my life. I'm grateful for all the beautiful things in my life. And I'm just getting to work like it's another normal day. But I am becoming familiar with that feeling of having the thing that I want. I'm picturing my goal happening with zero resistance. And I'm picturing a tiny detail of that moment. Is it the color of the app of my bank account? Do I notice the shirt that I'm wearing in the Zoom call I'm in this future self, or the shoes I'm wearing to work out? Or is it the journal that I'm using, the pen that I'm using? In this reality where I have the thing that I want, where I'm feeling really confident. I'm allowing myself to just picture what would I be experiencing. I'm quieting the voice that might be telling me that's not possible. That's not the point. I'm just becoming familiar with the things that are happening in my day-to-day because I'm confident and believing in myself. Am I sharing my work? Hitting post on a post? Am I sending in a manuscript? Am I submitting an application for a grant? I'm just picturing the actions that I'm doing in this life that I'm calling in, that the confident version of me is experiencing. Just allowing myself to soak up all the images, all the sounds, all the smells of this version of me in the life of the version of me that is confident and believing in myself. And now maybe I can picture the emotions. Maybe it feels like another just typical day in the life. Maybe I have a level of excitement and gratitude. Am I feeling expansive? Am I feeling authentic? Am I just feeling so good because I'm feeling like myself and living my best life? Just imagining how good it feels to have the problems that this version of me has, the challenges that this version of me has. Maybe I'm like, oh, I have to plan this thing. But wait a minute, I get to plan this thing. I'm blessed to have resources to do this thing. I'm allowing myself to feel all the good feelings of gratitude and love. I'm allowing myself to be proud of myself. Maybe I'm picturing myself making a mistake and having compassionate self-talk afterwards. You're like, you know what? I don't feel any less confident. I just made a mistake. And I'm learning from this mistake. And now I'm going to do things differently because of this mistake. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm not belittling myself because of this mistake. It's just like, oh, spilled a cup of water. I'm cleaning it up. And I'm moving on with the rest of my day. I'm letting it be that simple. I'm letting it be that easy to move through emotionally. So I am bringing myself to this present moment, but bringing the feelings that I've had of gratitude and self-compassion. And I'm setting a goal to build just a tiny bit of confidence with myself. Knowing that I have my own back as I try, as I learn, as I make steps forward, as I take steps forward towards this thing that I want to feel more confident about. And even if I feel like it's new and weird and unfamiliar, it doesn't mean I'm doing things wrong. It doesn't mean I need to feel bad about myself. It simply means that I'm a human learning a new thing for the first time. And that means I'm exactly where I need to be. So even though this has felt like an insurmountable mountain to climb, I'm loving and accepting myself and really connecting myself to this feeling of there's a version of me that is living this, that's experiencing this. And all I need to do is take an action towards it, one tiny little step at a time. Trusting the process. And cheering myself on every step of the way. All right, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Great job. I'm so proud of you. Let me know what it was that you pictured in this video that you are calling in, and the things that you really want to make familiar, things that you might feel are unfamiliar to you right now, that you really want to call in to your familiar day-to-day experience. So I'm so proud of you. Like I said, sending you all the love, good luck, and I will see you in the next video.